Today, we're diving into the world of vintage sandwiches, the kind your grandpa always had ready to go. These aren't your average ham and cheese. We're talking about the forgotten flavors and combinations that once ruled the dining table. Ready to explore some retro sandwich magic? Number 1, pineapple and cheese sandwich. The pineapple and cheese sandwich is a nostalgic blend of sweet and savory that might seem unusual today, but was a cherished classic in the mid-20th century. This sandwich combines slices of sharp cheddar cheese with juicy pineapple rings, creating a contrast of flavors that was both refreshing and satisfying. The origins of this sandwich likely stem from the 1950s and 1960s, when canned pineapple became widely available and cheese was a staple in most American kitchens. It wasn't uncommon to see this sandwich served at luncheons or as a light snack, especially during the summer months. Some variations even included a spread of mayonnaise or a sprinkle of brown sugar on the pineapple to enhance the sweetness. This sandwich is a perfect example of how Grandpa's generation embraced simple yet bold flavor combinations, turning everyday ingredients into memorable meals that still spark curiosity and nostalgia today. Number 2, Spam and Egg Sandwich. The Spam and Egg Sandwich is a hearty, protein-packed staple that was particularly popular in the mid-20th century, especially during and after World War II. Spam, a canned pork product introduced in 1937, became a household name due to its long shelf life and versatility, making it an essential item in kitchens across America. During wartime rationing, Spam provided an affordable, accessible source of protein, and it became a beloved ingredient for quick and easy meals. The Spam and Egg Sandwich was a favorite because it combined the rich, salty flavor of fried Spam with the creamy texture of scrambled or fried eggs, all nestled between slices of bread. This sandwich was not only convenient but also adaptable. Some versions featured a slice of cheese or a dollop of ketchup for added flavor. Others might include a spread of mustard or mayonnaise, providing a tangy contrast to the savory Spam and eggs. In some households, this sandwich was a go-to breakfast, while in others, it served as a filling lunch or even a light dinner option. The Spam and Egg Sandwich is a testament to a time when resourcefulness in the kitchen was key, and simplicity often led to unexpectedly delightful flavor combinations. For Grandpa's generation, this sandwich was more than just a meal. It was a symbol of comfort and ingenuity during challenging times, proving that even the simplest ingredients could create a satisfying and memorable dish. Number 3, Creamed Corn Sandwich. The creamed corn sandwich might sound peculiar today, but it was a beloved comfort food for many in your grandpa's time. This sandwich was simple, yet hearty, often enjoyed by those who grew up during the Great Depression or wartime when food rationing was common. Creamed corn, a mixture of sweet corn kernels and a thick creamy sauce, was an affordable and filling option. Spread generously between slices of bread, this sandwich provided a sweet and savory taste that many found satisfying. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich because it reminded him of simpler times. During the 1930s and 1940s, families needed to stretch their food supplies, and canned goods like creamed corn were both economical and versatile. The sandwich could be eaten cold, but it was often served warm, sometimes toasted or even grilled, making the bread slightly crispy and the filling deliciously warm and gooey. For those who had gardens, fresh corn would sometimes replace the canned variety, adding a touch of homemade flavor to the dish. Sometimes, Grandpa might add a sprinkle of black pepper or a slice of cheese to elevate the flavors. The creamed corn sandwich symbolizes the creativity and resourcefulness of a generation that made the most out of what they had, transforming simple ingredients into a comforting meal that evokes nostalgia and the warmth of family memories. Number 4, Vienna Sausage Sandwich. The Vienna sausage sandwich is a humble yet nostalgic dish that takes us back to a time when simplicity and practicality were key in the kitchen. Vienna sausages, small canned sausages originating from Germany and Austria, became popular in the United States during the early to mid-20th century. For many of our grandpas, these sausages were a convenient and economical option, especially during the Great Depression and post-war years when food was scarce and budgets were tight. Grandpa likely enjoyed Vienna sausage sandwiches because they were quick, easy, and didn't require much preparation. These sausages could be eaten straight out of the can, but for a sandwich, they were often sliced lengthwise and laid out on a slice of white bread. Sometimes they would be accompanied by a smear of mustard or mayonnaise, adding a bit of tangy flavor to the salty, slightly spiced sausages. For a heartier version, some would toast the bread or fry the sausages lightly in a pan to bring out more flavor. The Vienna sausage sandwich could be paired with a pickle slice or a few potato chips on the side, making it a complete meal that was both satisfying and comforting. For Grandpa, this sandwich wasn't just about taste. It was a reminder of resilience and making do with what was available. It reflects a time when every meal, no matter how simple, was appreciated and savored. Today, the Vienna sausage sandwich stands as a symbol of ingenuity and nostalgia, bringing back memories of a kitchen filled with love and practicality. Number 5, pickle and peanut butter sandwich. The pickle and peanut butter sandwich is a quirky yet surprisingly delicious combination that was a staple in many grandpas' diets. This unusual pairing brings together the creamy, nutty flavor of peanut butter with the tangy crunch of pickles. While it might sound strange to modern tastes, this sandwich was born out of necessity and creativity in the mid-20th century, especially during the Great Depression and World War II. Grandpa likely enjoyed the pickle and peanut butter sandwich for its balance of flavors and textures. During times when resources were limited, families had to get inventive with the ingredients they had on hand. Peanut butter, a rich source of protein and calories, was a pantry staple, and pickles, often home-canned, were a common way to preserve vegetables. Together, they made for a simple, affordable meal that was both filling and satisfying. This sandwich also appealed to those who loved contrasting flavors, a bit of sweet, a bit of sour, and a whole lot of crunch. Some grandpas even added a drizzle of honey or a slice of cheese for extra flavor. The sandwich could be made quickly, requiring no cooking and minimal preparation, making it perfect for a quick lunch or snack. For many, this sandwich also evokes fond memories of childhood, a reminder of simpler times when meals were uncomplicated but full of flavor and love. The pickle and peanut butter sandwich may seem odd today, but it represents a time when ingenuity in the kitchen was key, and unexpected combinations brought comfort and delight to those who dared to try them. Number 6, onion and butter sandwich. The onion and butter sandwich is a simple yet distinctive dish that might seem unusual today, but was a beloved staple in your grandpa's era. This sandwich consists of slices of raw onion layered on buttered bread, offering a surprising depth of flavor and a satisfying crunch. It was especially popular during the Great Depression and World War II, when ingredients were scarce and households needed to make the most out of what they had. For Grandpa, the onion and butter sandwich represented both frugality and bold flavor. Onions were readily available, inexpensive, and had a long shelf life, making them a common ingredient in many households. Butter, though a luxury at times, was used sparingly to add richness and a creamy texture to the sandwich, balancing out the sharpness of the raw onion. This combination was not only filling, but also packed with a surprising amount of flavor considering its simplicity. Grandpa likely loved this sandwich for its straightforward preparation and robust taste. There was no cooking required, just fresh, crunchy onions and a generous spread of butter. Some people added a sprinkle of salt or pepper to enhance the flavors even more. It was often enjoyed with a cup of tea or coffee, serving as a quick lunch or afternoon snack. The onion and butter sandwich also speaks to a time when food was not just about sustenance, but also about comfort and making the best out of what was available. This sandwich, with its potent flavors and humble ingredients, reflects the resourcefulness and simplicity of a generation that learned to appreciate the small joys in life, even in the form of a sandwich. Number 7, cheese whiz and jelly sandwich. The cheese whiz and jelly sandwich might sound like an odd pairing today, but it was a surprisingly popular choice in your grandpa's time. Cheese whiz, a processed cheese spread introduced by Kraft in the early 1950s, quickly became a household staple due to its convenience and long shelf life. It was versatile, easy to use, and added a creamy, cheesy flavor to any dish. When combined with jelly, this sandwich brought together the salty, savory taste of cheese with the sweet, fruity burst of jelly, creating a unique blend of flavors that many found surprisingly delicious. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich because it was quick to make, affordable, and satisfying. During the post-war era, American households were embracing convenience foods, and Cheese Whiz was at the forefront of this trend. The combination of Cheese Whiz and jelly also appealed to those with a taste for sweet and savory contrasts, making it a fun and playful option for a snack or light meal. The sandwich could be made with any kind of bread, from white to whole grain, depending on what was available. This sandwich was often a favorite among children, and Grandpa might have loved it for its nostalgic value, reminding him of simpler times and childhood flavors. For many, the Cheese Whiz and jelly sandwich was more than just a meal. It was a symbol of innovation and the evolving tastes of an era that celebrated convenience and creativity in the kitchen. Today, it stands as a quirky reminder of a time when food experimentation led to memorable and beloved creations. Number 8, tomato and sugar sandwich. The tomato and sugar sandwich is a simple yet intriguing combination that was a common treat in your grandpa's kitchen. This sandwich, made by placing slices of fresh tomato on bread with a sprinkling of sugar, reflects a time when families had to be inventive with their meals. This was especially true during the Great Depression and into the post-war era, when fresh produce from the garden was often paired with pantry staples to create quick and satisfying snacks. Grandpa likely enjoyed the tomato and sugar sandwich for its refreshing and sweet taste, especially during the summer when tomatoes were abundant. The sugar added a touch of sweetness that enhanced the natural flavors of the tomato, creating a delightful contrast that was both juicy and crunchy. This sandwich was often served on plain white bread, which was soft and allowed the tomato and sugar to stand out as the main flavors. For many, this sandwich also evoked a sense of nostalgia, reminding Grandpa of childhood days spent outdoors, when a quick, easy bite was all that was needed to keep going. It was a versatile snack that could be made in minutes with ingredients commonly on hand, making it a favorite for families looking for a budget-friendly, tasty option. In a way, the tomato and sugar sandwich represents a different era of American culinary habits, where the focus was on simplicity and maximizing flavor from minimal ingredients. It's a dish that speaks to the ingenuity of a generation that learned to find joy in the small pleasures of everyday life, even in the form of a sweet tomato sandwich. Number 9, raisin bread and ham sandwich. The raisin bread and ham sandwich might seem like an unusual pairing today, but for Grandpa, it was a delightful mix of sweet and savory that brought comfort and nostalgia. This sandwich combines the subtly sweet flavor of raisin bread with the salty, smoky taste of ham, creating a unique contrast that was particularly popular in the mid-20th century. Grandpa likely enjoyed the sandwich because it offered a break from the more common, straightforward sandwich combinations. During a time when culinary creativity was often inspired by necessity, this sandwich used what was readily available: leftover ham from a family dinner and raisin bread, which was often baked at home or bought as a special treat. The combination provided a satisfying blend of flavors and textures that were both familiar and exciting. The sweetness of the raisins in the bread complemented the saltiness of the ham, making every bite an interesting experience. Sometimes Grandpa would add a thin layer of mustard or butter to enhance the flavors even more. This sandwich was often enjoyed as a light lunch or an easy-to-prepare snack, perfect for a quick meal without much fuss. For Grandpa, the raisin bread and ham sandwich was more than just food. It was a reflection of a time when meals were simple, hearty, and made with love. It was a way to enjoy something special without needing fancy ingredients or elaborate preparation. This sandwich stands as a reminder of a bygone era when even the simplest ingredients could be combined in unexpected ways to create a memorable and comforting meal. Number 10, leftover meatloaf sandwich. The The leftover meatloaf sandwich is a quintessential example of how resourcefulness and comfort food came together in your grandpa's kitchen. This sandwich capitalized on the hearty flavors of meatloaf, which was a staple in many households due to its affordability and versatility. Made from a mix of ground meats, breadcrumbs, and various seasonings, meatloaf was often prepared in large quantities, making leftovers almost inevitable. For Grandpa, the beauty of a leftover meatloaf sandwich was in its simplicity and the way it transformed a familiar dish into something new and convenient. Cold slices of meatloaf, firm enough to hold their shape, were perfect for layering between slices of bread. This made it a great option for a quick lunch or snack, especially when time was of the essence. The sandwich was easy to assemble, requiring minimal effort while delivering maximum satisfaction. What made this sandwich particularly appealing was its adaptability. Some grandpas enjoyed their meatloaf sandwich with a generous smear of ketchup or brown mustard, adding a tangy kick to the savory meat. Others might add a slice of cheese, onions, or even a spoonful of leftover gravy to keep things moist and flavorful. The result was always a hearty, satisfying meal that packed a punch of nostalgia. The leftover meatloaf sandwich wasn't just about avoiding waste. It was about embracing the flavors of home-cooked meals and extending their enjoyment. It captured the essence of a time when meals were made from scratch, and every dish was an opportunity to gather and share. This sandwich is a delicious reminder of a past where simplicity, flavor, and practicality were the cornerstones of daily dining. Number 11. Cream cheese and olive sandwich. The cream cheese and olive sandwich is a perfect blend of creamy and briny flavors that harkens back to a different era of American home cooking. This simple yet flavorful combination likely became a favorite for your grandpa because it was easy to make and packed a unique taste that stood out among other sandwiches. During the mid-20th century, cream cheese became a common household ingredient, prized for its versatility and smooth texture. Olives, with their distinct briny flavor, added a burst of savory taste that paired wonderfully with the mild richness of the cream cheese. Grandpa probably loved the cream cheese and olive sandwich because it was both satisfying and easy to prepare. The process involved mixing chopped green olives, often stuffed with pimentos, into softened cream cheese to create a spread that was both tangy and slightly salty. This spread was generously applied to slices of soft white or rye bread, creating a simple yet sophisticated sandwich that could be whipped up in minutes. This sandwich was not only convenient, but also offered a gourmet touch, often reminding Grandpa of cocktail parties or special occasions where such flavors were appreciated. It became a go-to choice for a light lunch or a quick snack, often enjoyed with a cup of tea or a side of crisp potato chips. The contrast of textures, the creamy spread with the firm bite of olives, made every bite interesting and enjoyable. The cream cheese and olive sandwich reflects a time when even the simplest ingredients could be combined to create something memorable. It's a nod to a generation that valued both taste and efficiency, making the most out of pantry staples to deliver a satisfying meal with a touch of elegance. Number 12, butter and sugar sandwich. The butter and sugar sandwich might seem like a humble creation today, but for Grandpa, it was a slice of pure joy. Imagine a time when desserts were rare treats, and something as simple as bread, butter, and sugar could feel like a mini celebration. This sandwich was born out of necessity and creativity during an era when every ingredient was stretched to its limits and nothing went to waste. Why did Grandpa love this sandwich so much? It's all about the combination of rich, creamy butter melting into a soft slice of bread, topped with a sprinkle of granulated sugar that added a sweet crunch with every bite. It was the kind of treat that made you close your eyes and savor every moment. Butter was a treasured staple, and adding sugar transformed a basic slice of bread into something special, a dessert without the need for an oven. This sandwich wasn't just about the taste, it was about the memories. Picture Grandpa as a child, running into the kitchen after playing outside, greeted by the comforting sight of this simple sandwich waiting on the table. It was a quick fix, but it felt like a luxury, a taste of something sweet during tough times. In many ways, the butter and sugar sandwich symbolizes a generation that found happiness in simplicity. It's a reminder of a time when the smallest pleasures could bring the biggest smiles, turning an ordinary day into something a little sweeter. Number 13, egg and sardine sandwich. The egg and sardine sandwich is a lesser-known but surprisingly delicious combination that was a favorite in many grandpa's kitchens. This sandwich combines the protein-rich goodness of hard-boiled eggs with the bold, salty flavor of canned sardines, offering a nutritious and satisfying meal that was especially popular in the early to mid-20th century. It was a go-to option for those who wanted something hearty without spending much time or money. Grandpa likely enjoyed the egg and sardine sandwich because it was both practical and packed with flavor. Sardines, often packed in oil or tomato sauce, were an inexpensive source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, making them a popular choice during times when fresh meat was a luxury. Eggs, too, were a staple, versatile and easy to prepare. Combining these two ingredients provided a robust, savory flavor that was both filling and energizing. To make the sandwich, Grandpa would mash the sardines with hard-boiled eggs, adding a bit of mayonnaise or mustard for creaminess and extra tang. Sometimes he might sprinkle in a little black pepper or a dash of vinegar for a touch of acidity. This mixture was then spread generously on slices of bread, often topped with lettuce or pickles for added crunch and flavor. For many, the egg and sardine sandwich was more than just a meal. It was a reminder of the resourcefulness and ingenuity of a generation that knew how to make the most of simple ingredients. It reflects a time when flavor and nutrition were paramount, and every bite was a blend of practicality and tradition. This sandwich is a testament to the ability to find joy and comfort in the most unexpected combinations. Number 14, chicken salad with grape sandwich. The chicken salad with grape sandwich was a favorite in Grandpa's time, blending savory and sweet flavors in a way that was both unique and practical. This sandwich became popular in mid-20th century America, where home cooks were resourceful and loved experimenting with flavors. The chicken salad was typically made from leftover roasted chicken, diced and mixed with mayonnaise for creaminess. The addition of grapes brought a surprising burst of sweetness and juiciness, which contrasted nicely with the savory chicken and the crunch of celery. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich because it was both easy to prepare and versatile. It could be made quickly with ingredients already on hand, making it perfect for a fast lunch or a light dinner. The inclusion of grapes in the salad added a refreshing twist, making each bite more interesting and flavorful. This sandwich represents a time when cooks made the most of what they had, combining simple ingredients to create something memorable. For Grandpa, the chicken salad with grape sandwich was not just a meal, but a delicious reminder of home, family, and the joy of creative cooking. Number 15, banana and bacon sandwich. The banana and bacon sandwich is a curious yet delicious combination that harks back to a time when Grandpa loved experimenting with flavors. This sandwich, popular in mid-20th century America, brought together the sweet, creamy texture of ripe bananas with the salty crispiness of fried bacon. The contrast between sweet and savory made it a surprisingly enjoyable treat, especially for those who like to mix flavors that typically wouldn't go together. Grandpa likely appreciated this sandwich for its simplicity and the bold taste profile. Bananas were a readily available fruit, often found in lunchboxes or on breakfast tables. Meanwhile, bacon was a beloved staple used to add a smoky, salty punch to various dishes. When these two ingredients were paired together in a sandwich, often on toasted bread, the result was a delightful mix of textures and flavors, the softness of the banana complemented by the crunch of bacon. This sandwich was also seen as a quick and hearty snack that could be made with minimal preparation. Some variations included a layer of peanut butter for extra richness and protein, which added another dimension to the flavor and made the sandwich even more filling. For Grandpa, the banana and bacon sandwich was not just about the taste. It was a fun and creative way to enjoy a snack that broke away from more traditional sandwiches. It represents a time of culinary curiosity and a willingness to try new and unexpected flavor combinations, making it a memorable part of his table. Number 16, scrambled eggs and creamed spinach sandwich. The scrambled eggs and creamed spinach sandwich is a nostalgic dish that many grandpas cherished for its comforting and hearty combination. This sandwich blends the fluffy, light texture of scrambled eggs with the rich, creamy goodness of spinach, creating a satisfying meal that was popular in mid-20th century kitchens. At a time when home-cooked meals were essential, this sandwich provided a nutritious and delicious option that was easy to prepare. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich because it was packed with flavor and nutrients. Eggs, a versatile and affordable source of protein, were often a breakfast staple, while spinach was valued for its vitamins and minerals. By combining these two ingredients, Grandpa could enjoy a balanced meal that was both filling and energizing. The addition of cream to the spinach added a layer of indulgence, making the sandwich feel more special and flavorful. To prepare this sandwich, Grandpa would scramble eggs until they were just set, ensuring a soft and fluffy texture. The creamed spinach, made by cooking fresh spinach with a bit of butter, flour, milk, and seasoning, was then layered on top of the eggs. This mixture was placed between slices of toasted bread, sometimes with a sprinkle of cheese or a dash of hot sauce for extra zest. The scrambled eggs and creamed spinach sandwich also reflects a time when meals were made from scratch, with simple ingredients that were readily available. It was a practical choice for any meal of the day, quick enough for breakfast, yet hearty enough for lunch or dinner. For Grandpa, this sandwich wasn't just about convenience, it was a comforting reminder of home, bringing together familiar flavors in a new and satisfying way. This dish is a testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of past generations, turning everyday ingredients into memorable meals that nourished both body and soul. Number 17, liver pâté and pickle sandwich. The liver pâté and pickle sandwich is a nostalgic favorite that brings together rich, savory flavors with a sharp, tangy twist. This sandwich was particularly popular in the mid-20th century when liver pâté was a common delicacy, often made at home or bought from a local deli. The pâté, made from finely ground liver mixed with butter, spices, and sometimes a splash of brandy, provided a creamy, earthy base. When paired with crisp tart pickles, the sandwich offered a delightful contrast that many, including Grandpa, loved. Grandpa likely favored this sandwich because it was both luxurious and simple to make. Liver, especially from chicken or beef, was inexpensive and packed with nutrients like iron and vitamins, making it a practical choice during times when every penny counted. The pâté's rich, smooth texture, combined with the crunch and acidity of the pickles, created a balanced bite that was both indulgent and refreshing. This sandwich was often served on dark, hearty bread like rye or pumpernickel, which complemented the strong flavors of the liver pâté and pickles. Some variations included a smear of mustard or a sprinkle of fresh herbs to add an extra layer of flavor. For Grandpa, the liver pâté and pickle sandwich wasn't just about enjoying a tasty meal. It was also about savoring a piece of culinary tradition that connected him to his roots. In an era when food was about making the most of available ingredients, this sandwich stood out for its unique combination of taste and texture. It was a reminder of a time when meals were thoughtfully prepared, using ingredients that were both accessible and delicious. The liver pâté and pickle sandwich is a testament to the creativity of home cooks who knew how to turn simple components into something memorable, providing a satisfying meal that also brought a sense of nostalgia and comfort to the table. Number 18, cold meatloaf and cranberry sauce sandwich. The cold meatloaf and cranberry sauce sandwich combines the rich, savory flavors of a classic meatloaf with the sweet, tart zing of cranberry sauce. This sandwich was a favorite in many households during the mid-20th century, especially after a hearty family meal. For Grandpa, it wasn't just a way to avoid wasting leftovers, but a creative approach to turning them into something delicious. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich for its balanced flavor profile and the satisfying texture contrast it offered. Meatloaf, often made from a mixture of ground meats, breadcrumbs, and spices, develops a deeper flavor when chilled. Sliced cold and placed on bread with a spread of cranberry sauce, the sandwich brought a new dimension to leftover meatloaf, making it taste fresh and different. The cranberry sauce added a hint of sweetness and a slight tang, which perfectly complemented the savory, dense meatloaf, creating a harmony of flavors. Typically, this sandwich was made with white or whole grain bread that could hold up to the substantial fillings. Sometimes, Grandpa might have added a touch of mayonnaise for extra creaminess or a slice of crisp lettuce for crunch. This was more than just a quick meal. It was a reminder of family traditions, gathering around the dinner table and enjoying homemade food. For Grandpa, each bite was a comforting blend of nostalgia and practical cooking, showcasing how leftovers could be transformed into a dish that felt new and satisfying. Number 19, Cottage Cheese and Apple Sandwich. The cottage cheese and apple sandwich offers a delightful mix of creamy and crunchy textures, a combination that many grandpas appreciated for its simplicity and nutritional value. This sandwich gained popularity in the mid-20th century when there was a focus on easy-to-make healthy meals. Cottage cheese, with its mild flavor and high protein content, paired unexpectedly well with the crisp, sweet tart flavor of fresh apple slices. Together, these ingredients created a light, refreshing option that was both satisfying and nutritious. Grandpa likely enjoyed this sandwich because it was straightforward and adaptable. Cottage cheese was a staple in many homes because it was affordable and packed with nutrients like protein and calcium. Apples, available year-round, added a natural sweetness and crisp texture that complemented the cheese's creaminess. This combination made the sandwich a quick, wholesome choice for lunch or a snack. To make this sandwich, Grandpa would spread a thick layer of cottage cheese on a slice of bread, typically whole grain or white, and then add thinly sliced apples. Some versions included a touch of honey or a sprinkle of cinnamon for added flavor, while others featured raisins or nuts for extra crunch. This sandwich was more than just a convenient meal. It was a way to enjoy simple, wholesome ingredients in a balanced and delicious way. The cottage cheese and apple sandwich is a testament to a time when meals were about making the most of what was on hand and savoring straightforward yet flavorful combinations. For Grandpa, it wasn't just about nutrition. It was about enjoying a refreshing, easy-to-prepare meal that offered both comfort and taste. This sandwich remains a nostalgic reminder of a time when creativity in the kitchen turned everyday foods into memorable dishes. Number 20, Beet and Herring Sandwich. The Beet and Herring Sandwich is a distinctive creation that Grandpa enjoyed for its bold combination of flavors. This sandwich, rooted in Eastern European cuisine, pairs the earthy sweetness of beets with the briny richness of pickled herring. It became popular among immigrant communities in mid-20th century America, who cherished these traditional ingredients that reminded them of home. Grandpa likely found this sandwich appealing due to its unique taste profile and its connection to family traditions. Beets, often pickled or roasted to enhance their natural sweetness, provided a vibrant contrast to the salty, tangy flavor of herring, which was typically cured in brine or vinegar. Together, these ingredients created a sandwich that was both flavorful and nutritious, rich in vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, a practical choice for anyone seeking a hearty, satisfying meal. To assemble the sandwich, Grandpa would use rye or pumpernickel bread, known for its robust flavor that complemented the strong tastes of the beets and herring. A dollop of sour cream or a sprinkle of dill might be added for a creamy texture and a hint of freshness. This combination was not just about nourishment. It reflected a deeper cultural significance and a love for traditional flavors that were both comforting and familiar. The Beet and Herring Sandwich wasn't merely about using available ingredients. It was a way for Grandpa to stay connected to his heritage and celebrate the robust, vibrant tastes he grew up with. This sandwich highlights the creativity and resourcefulness of a generation that made flavorful, memorable meals out of simple, readily available components, honoring their culinary roots with every bite.